What is good, YouTube? Quinn Wade coming to y'all with that basketball analysis, playoff edition on Analysis Playground on YouTube, going live on there like we do now. And we're going to have fun talking about how the Cleveland Cavaliers was able to win their first game in the series against the Indiana Pacers. And man, did they really put on a show. And man, did they really do the Indiana Pacers dirty. They started off 32-32 in that first quarter, and you thought that this was going to be a close game and a tough one for the Cavaliers to win. But then that second quarter hit, and they won that one 34-13, and the game was basically over at that point, as Indiana was never really able to get it back to single digits. And then they did win the third quarter 34-31, but it didn't matter much because they lost the fourth quarter 29-25. They had no comeback attempt. They didn't really make a significant run that mattered that much because Cleveland was able to win this one in the first half because of that second quarter. They won this game 126-104. For people that don't know, that's the score for this one. We're gonna talk about the Cavaliers first. They did a lot of things right, and they actually was able to close the game. They actually did a great job tonight. And this is how the series was supposed to go. Injuries changed that. The surprise of not knowing what to expect changed some things in that game one. But we can expect these games to be more like this as the series continue, in my personal opinion. Evan Mobley, 6 of 13 from the field, 1 of 3 from the three-point line, 5 of 6 from the free throw line. He ended up with a double-double with 18 points and 13 rebounds. 5 of his rebounds was offensive. He also had 4 assists and 3 steals and 3 blocks. Just a master class of defense. This is one of the reasons why he's Defensive Player of the Year, just knowing where to be at on the court, knowing how to use his length and his size to his advantage, and just making it tough and difficult for guys to get to the paint or get the shot that they actually want when they're near him, or he's guarding them or helping out to be there for his teammates. And he did an excellent job of both of those things while still scoring at a somewhat efficient level. I like what he did tonight. This is the type of games you expect him to have, and he was able to do it coming off an injury. So just show you how valuable he is to this team, and they needed him healthy if they wanted to win this game, because if he wasn't, Indiana has a good chance of going up 3-0. They know that this was a do or die game, so it made sense for them to play all their cards the right way and respect their opponent, and they did, because Jared Allen, he played 31 minutes. He was 6 of 11 from the field. He was 7 of 8 from the free throw line. He really was good there. And he also had a double-double too, 19 points and 12 rebounds. 4 of them was offensive with 2 assists. He did get 2 blocks, protecting that paint with that length and that speed and quickness to come out of nowhere and do what he normally does, which is block shots. 3 turnovers, 2 personal fouls. Him and Evan Mobley both only had 2 personal fouls in 30-plus minutes. That's another good thing to see. Plus 38 and plus minus 19 points, like I said, for him. I said this was going to be the battle of the bigs. Who bigs was going to step up the most, who bigs was going to do the most. And tonight, not only did they win the defensive and rebound battle, they actually scored better than the duo of the Pacers, and that was a good reason why they was able to win. Darius Garland didn't play great, but his speed and his quickness really helped his team. Even though he didn't make a lot of shots. He was 3 of 11 from the field in 25 minutes, 2 of 7 from 3, 2 of 2 from the free throw line. He still did get in double figures with 10. He had 1 rebound, 3 assists, 4 turnovers, 4 personal fouls. He ended up still being a plus 10 and plus minus. Obviously, you like the shots that he took. You like what he was trying to do. It just didn't work out the way that it normally does for him. But other than that, pushing the tempo, keeping the pace, making shots appear, hockey assists turning out because of what he was able to do. Those things are what you look forward to having him do each and every time he's on the court. And hopefully he's even healthier in the next game so we can see a better game from him. Donovan Mitchell, 14 of 29 from the field, 5 of 13 from 3. He went 10 of 14 from the free throw line. Another 40 piece for him. This time he got 9 rebounds, 5 of them was offensive with 5 assists. In the steal, 2 turnovers, 4 personal fouls. He was a plus 35 and plus minus. He's a guy that's a bucket. It's hard to stay in front of him. It's hard to guard him. He has great handles. He has great speed. He has great strength. He has finesse ability. And he also makes it tough because he wants to shoot from the perimeter too. They haven't found the answer for Donovan Mitchell. He's getting whatever he wants. He's doing whatever he wants. And he's even getting them in foul trouble. So he's going to be a problem for them. They knew that. This was their best scorer. He's the offensive guy for this team, and he's their closer. And he tried to do that in the last game, didn't really work out that well, but he was able to do it this game by closing them out early and just killing them every time they try to come back in this game, which he should do as their leader. If you want to get further in the playoffs, if you want to get over that hump and get to the conference finals, you have to do your part too. He understands that. He's accountable. He's responsible. That's important as a leader. Now it's time to get the results that you want. So now you got one win. Now you know for sure you got to get another one. And we'll see if they're able to do that. Matt Strus played a real good game. He's an X factor for this team. If he plays well, the team is virtually unguardable. He was 8 of 12 from the field and 4 of 8 from 3. If he's doing that, you're in a good position. He also has 7 rebounds, so that also helped because he also has 7 assists. So just an all-around game for him. He still finished with 20 points, which was really great to see. He actually did have 5 personal fouls, though, but still played 33 minutes. He was a plus 32 and plus minus. He also had a block, and he also had 2 offensive rebounds to go with those 7. Dean Wade, 0 of 2 from the field. It was threes that he took, no free throws, but he also got 4 rebounds. One of them was offensive with an assist, a block, a turnover, a personal foul. He finished as a minus 15 and plus minus. They didn't get much out of him, but it's good that he came in and played his role, even though he didn't score. DeAndre Hunter didn't do much either, but he did lead the bench in scoring with 8 points. But he was 2 of 6 from the field, 1 of 5 from 3, 3 of 4 from the free throw line. What I'm saying is he can play even better offensively, and I think his shot selection was bad too. I feel like he settled and just had a little bit too much confidence in the shots he was taking, and he could have got better ones and took better ones, in my personal opinion. And that's something that he should see when he watches the film or think about the game, that I can do a lot better and I can be a lot smarter with what I'm doing when I'm on the court. 5 rebounds, one was offensive. He had 2 personal fouls. He's a minus 14 and plus minus. Isaac Okoro was 0-1 from the field, but he only played 4 minutes, so he got a steal and a personal foul. He was a minus 3 and plus minus for 1 point. Ty Jerome didn't do anything. Again, he struggled. 1 of 8 from the field, 0 of 4 from 3. No free throws, so he finished with 2 points, which I didn't really see coming. 1 rebound, 3 turnovers, 2 personal fouls, and a minus 15 and plus minus. Sam Merrill, 20 minutes. He was also 1 of 5 from the field because he took all threes and only made 1 of them. He was 0-1 from the free throw line, 1 rebound, 2 assists, 3 personal fouls, a plus 18 and plus minus with 3 points. Javonte Green, 3 minutes, 0-1 from the field, 2 rebounds, 1 turnover, a minus 1 and plus minus. Craig Porter Jr., 101 from the field, 1 a rebound, and he also had a minus 1 and plus minus with 2 points. The bench didn't really shoot the ball that well, and that was a problem in this game, especially from the 3-point line. They took some shots that you would like, but they also didn't make them anyway. And I feel like they rebounded good for the minutes that they got, and some of them did compete defensively, and that's all you can really ask them to do. But some of these guys got to start making shots because Indiana, knowing how good this team is and knowing how good they are offensively, you can't give them too many ways to stick around because they might end up burning you like they did in this series already. 42 of 100, they took 100 shots, 42% from the field, 14 of 47, 29% from 3. And they also was 28 of 37, 75% from the free throw line, 18 offensive rebounds, 56 total, 24 assists, 5 steals, 7 blocks, 14 turnovers, and 26 personal fouls. The Cavaliers can play way better than they did tonight. I feel like they just blew a lot of opportunities, and they got a lot of opportunities that they wanted, even from 3, and it just didn't materialize into much for them. But they still scored 126 points. They had 100 shots taken. So this team can play at another level. That's scary at the same time because we know they have to beat the Pacers again just to tie this series up and take back the advantages that the Pacers had and put them on the brink of elimination as they try to go up to the first team to win 3. But we have to see how that plays out. But you can also say Indy didn't play a great game, and it had a lot of things that worked well, and their home court advantage was doing good. They never quit. They never gave up on their team into the fourth quarter, which makes sense because they were still down by 20 plus. So it's hard as the game gets closer and closer to ending to stay excited and enthused for a comeback to happen, especially because Cleveland was able to show that they're not going to let this one go without a fight. And Pascal Siakam, I like what he did tonight. He took the most shots on the team. He was 8 of 14 from the field, 1 of 4 from three, 1 of 3 from the free throw line. He has to shoot the threes and let the free throws better. Just simple as that. And he also got to rebound better and play better defense, which something that they have to challenge them and say you have to. This is a series where you have to use that length and that size and that body to make things difficult because we're giving up too many points in the paint and we're giving up too many points on the perimeter. And we don't want them to feel themselves enough to blow us out by shooting the ball better because we're giving them opportunities that they like. So 2 of them is rebounds offensive, 3 assists, 1 turnover, 2 personal fouls, minus 14 and plus minus 18 points. Aaron Neesmith didn't play well again, but he didn't really play terrible. He was 3 of 7 from the field, 1 of 4 from 3. Played 27 minutes. He had 7 rebounds, 1 of those offensive with an assist and 2 blocks. 4 personal fouls, a minus 29 and plus minus. He didn't even get in double figures. He ended up finishing with 7. Miles Turner had a good game, not great. 4 of 7 from the field, 1 of 2 from 3. He did go 6 of 8 from the free throw line, ended him with 15 points. He only had 3 rebounds in the steal, but he did have 3 blocks, 1 turnover. The bad part about it, he did get 5 personal fouls, and he did finish only with 26 minutes. And he also was a minus 26 and plus minus. He has to be better. He has to play better, and he has to just know where he should be at and what he should be doing at all times. That's the purpose of being a championship level defensive team, which we know that they're not, but they're going to have to play like that if they want to get that trophy to their home place in the finals. And that's their goal. We got to get further than we were last year. And they have the ability to do it. We just got to see them play at a different style and a different level defensively if they're going to beat the better teams, because this team does have a lot of talent. Andrew Nemhart, 4 of 9 from the field. You would have thought that he took more shots, but he didn't. And he actually attempted no free throws either. So everything was just created or self-created for him. But he was 2 of 4 from 3. Got some good looks, and he was able to drop them, 2 of them in half. That's good to see. 4 rebounds, 4 assists, 1 steal, 1 block, 3 turnovers, 4 personal fouls. He was a minus 32 and plus minus did get in double figures with 10. And then the problem with the game is if you can take Tyrese Halliburton out and you can make the bigs work for their buckets, you have a good chance to beat Indiana. And Tyrese Halliburton played 30 minutes, and he was 2 of 8 from the field, and all his shots was tough. And he also missed his only 3, and that 3 shot that he took was tough. But he actually only had 5 assists, too. It led all the starters, but we expect more from him at that position of having the ball in his hands and making decisions. They didn't lead to buckets, but we also needed him to score more if you're a Pacers fan, and he didn't do either one of those things tonight. So you got to give credit to the Cleveland defense for playing him the right way. He will make adjustments. The great players do that, but he has to make an adjustment and help his team win, which he didn't really do too much of that tonight, and that's why they ended up getting a loss. 1 steal, 3 turnovers, 2 personal fouls. He was a minus 20 and plus minus. He finished with 4 points, and that's probably the worst game of his playoff career. James Johnson, 1 of 1 from the field, 1 rebound, 1 steal, 1 block, 1 turnover, 1 personal foul, plus 2 and plus minus. He only had 3 points. Obi Toppin, he usually has been good for them. Not tonight. 19 minutes. He was 1 of 7 from the field, and he had some good looks in there too. Just couldn't knock him down. 0 of 4 from 3. He was 3 of 4 from the free throw line, finished with 5. He did have 2 rebounds and 5 assists, which was good, but he also had 3 personal fouls. He was a minus 3 and plus minus. Jarris Walker didn't play well either. He was 0 of 2 from the field, 0 of 1 from 3, and he only played 4 minutes. He was 2 of 4 from the free throw line also. I mean, dang, y'all couldn't put the ball in the basket to save y'all life this game. 1 rebound, 1 assist, plus 3 and plus minus 2 points. Furphy played 4 minutes also. He was 0 of 1 from 3. 2 rebounds, 1 block. 1 personal foul, plus 3 and plus minus. Thomas Bryant, 1 of 2 from the field, 3 rebounds, 1 steal, 1 block, 2 personal fouls, plus 1 and plus minus 2 points. Tony Bradley played 3 minutes. He was 0 of 1 from the field. Also, he had 1 rebound. He was a plus 2 and plus minus. That was the end of his night. TJ McConnell was good. He was pushing the pace, trying to find ways to get easy opportunities, and he did. Some he blew, some he made. and that was a good game from him. I liked it, what he was doing. I liked how he was finding his teammates, trying to find a way to get the offense to get easier shots, even for himself, and it worked out. 21 minutes was really good. He also was 4-4 from the free throw line. He had 7 assists and 6 rebounds. He also had 1 turnover. He was a +8 and plus minus. He had 12 points. He was one of the guys that helped them make a run for them to try to cut it back to single digits, but it didn't really happen, unfortunately, for the Pacers fans and the team. Benedict Mathurin was great, 6 of 11 from the field, 3 of 8 from 3. Sometimes he settles for his threes instead of taking good ones sometimes, and I feel like he could have did that better in his strategy when he was trying to score out there. But other than that, he was 8 of 9 from the free throw line. That was really good to see. 1 rebound, 1 steal, 2 turnovers, 4 personal fouls, which was a lot of fouls for 27 minutes, but it was reality for him tonight. -7 and plus minus. He had 23 points, which actually led the bench and the entire team tonight, which you wouldn't think, but Benedict Mathurin is one of their better players, and he was able to help them out when he was out there on the court, and they couldn't really get a bucket to go sometimes throughout this game, and he was one of the guys that didn't really have too much of a problem making shots, so that's something to be interested in as the series go on. And then Ben Shepherd, 101 from the field, 101 from 3, because that was his only attempt. And he hit a big one to make it 32-32 at the end of the first quarter, which was a good thing because they got off to a bad start. They was able to climb back into the game. Then they was able to end the first quarter tied. And then that was it because of 34-13 second quarter that ended the game early because they could never really get their groove going again. 2 rebounds, 1 turnover, 1 personal foul, +2 and plus minus. He ended up having 3 points, 35 of 80, 43% from the field, 9 of 30, 30% from 3, 25 of 34, 73% from the free throw line. They only had 37 rebounds, so they got destroyed on that end of the basketball court. But they also did have more assists with 26. They had more steals with 6. They had more blocks with 8. They had less turnovers with 13. They committed more personal fouls, but took less also with 29. So the Pacers, this was a game that you're going to throw away. This is a game you're going to scratch your head and think about it like, man, we really got outplayed. We really got outclassed, and we really looked at bad on so many different levels tonight. So we have to come out with a different mentality. We have to come out very hungry in that first quarter, in that second quarter, just the first half in general, and show these guys we can compete with them, we can play with them, and we're not going to allow you to beat us on our home court again because they put them in a tough situation going down 0-2. There's no way you give them more confidence going back to Cleveland feeling like that they can win and close out this series. But if they do, this series might be in the favor of the Cavaliers because then they will get home court advantage back, and then they will say, we beat y'all on the road before. We feel like we can beat y'all on the road again, and that's all you really need to do to win the series. And now the Cavaliers are in play for a series that they should have been able to win, but we can't really be surprised that they have some trouble because these teams ain't that far and that much different in talent. It's just about coaching and making shots and making the right plays as much as you can, and just executing at the highest level that you can. And tonight it was Cleveland night. Indiana got another shot at it at home. We'll see what they do. And Cleveland, if they can tie it 2-2 next game, they're going to be happy again because that's resetting the series all over. And now it's about who really is the best team. And I picked Cleveland in 6. We're going to see if they can win 4 in a row. It's not going to be easy. It's going to be one of the toughest things they have to do as a team, but that makes you better as a team. That makes you more confident as a team, and that makes you trustworthy as teammates, and that makes you just a team that believes in each other and the coaching staff because y'all got through a hard time in a hard situation, and then y'all should feel like y'all can beat anybody, which they probably did during the whole regular season, but now we have to see them do it in the playoffs against the best competition round after round after round, and we're going to see if they're able to get through it and win. It's going to be fun to watch. It's going to be fun to see, and we're going to see if they can get it done. Other than that, Comment, like, subscribe, share, hit the notification bell for more analysis. If you're new to the channel, do conversation video just like this and various NBA only topics. Also do breakdowns with real footage of legends, current legends, rookies, also future stars. I'll do my draft and draft coverage too. So you love that type of stuff. This is the channel for you. I hope you guys enjoyed the content. I also have over 3,000 plus videos on my channel that you can watch and enjoy. Plus, I upload basically every single day that I'm living. So I'll give you something to watch and some entertainment when it comes to basketball content that you can enjoy on a daily basis, basically, which is a good thing to have and a good thing to look forward to, especially when it's interesting stuff like the playoffs going on. Other than that, my social media is on my channel. You want to see some other things like besides NBA only content. Also, my email is on my channel. You want to use that for that same reason to message me for whatever the reason is. My email is on my channel too. Other than that, I hope you guys had a blessed day. The weekend is back here as quick and as fast as that has been each and every week. And now I hope you guys can get some rest, have some fun, and continue to set goals and continue to stay as positive as you can. And at the end of the day, y'all stay blessed up. Thank y'all for appreciating the content for what it is. And on top of that, thank y'all for continue to come back and continue to subscribe or stay subscribed. And thank y'all for continuing to grind with me. That's a 50/50 why the channel has been around for 10 plus years already. And on top of that, let's continue to try to make 2025 a better year than 2015. We've been more consistent. We've been putting out a lot of great content. So this year could be the year that passes that year. And I'm going to be happy to do that easily, being locked in and focused on that goal. And you guys have been doing your part too. So let's just keep it up for the rest of the year. We had a good 4 months. We're having a good 5th month so far. So let's try to do it for the rest of the year if it's meant for us to see it and meant for us to accomplish it. So let's continue to do our part to get it done. Other than that, I'm going for now. Peace out. See you guys later today with more analysis of the Thunder Denver series. And then after that, wrap up the day and try to get some more content up for the rest of the week if that's meant to be and meant to happen. Other than that, I'm going for now. Peace out. Y'all stay blessed up.